Have you ever wondered if a coin you casually spend at a store or forget in your pocket could secretly be worth a staggering $22 million? What if I told you a simple 2021 quarter-dollar coin, often ignored or used in vending machines, turned out to be one of the most valuable and mysterious pieces in numismatic history? Could there really be something extraordinary hidden within the ordinary? Welcome to a world where everyday change becomes historic treasure, where numismatics meets the thrill of discovery, and today we unravel a jaw-dropping tale surrounding the 2021 quarter that shocked collectors, historians, and even seasoned U.S. Mint experts alike. The 2021 Washington Quarter, part of the America the Beautiful series' tail-end transition into the Washington crossing the Delaware design, was never expected to become a subject of such controversy and fame. With billions of quarters minted each year, most fade into circulation without fanfare, but one peculiar specimen found in Denver, Colorado, set off a chain reaction that captivated the coin-collecting world. It all began when a local metal detector hobbyist stumbled upon a gleaming quarter in pristine condition buried near an abandoned hiking trail. At first glance, it looked like a standard quarter, sharp details, clear mint mark, and the correct design elements showing George Washington heroically crossing the Delaware River. But what drew attention wasn't just the flawless surface, it was the anomalous weight and strange resonance it produced when tapped, unlike any clad coin ever tested. Numismatists were called in. What they discovered was baffling. The coin was mistakenly struck on an experimental planchet, believed to be a prototype made of a rare palladium-silver alloy that had never been approved for circulation. How did it escape the mint? How did it survive undamaged in the wild for months? And why did this specific coin exhibit micro-engraved codes only visible under electron microscopes? As experts dug deeper, some suspected this wasn't an error, but rather a lost test strike for an ultra-secure, high-value commemorative piece. Some even theorized this was a covert U.S. Mint experiment in anti-counterfeiting measures, given the sophisticated embedded features like nano-laser dots, complex layering, and invisible watermarks detectable only with specific UV wavelengths. As the story spread, collectors across America began re-examining their 2021 quarters, hoping to strike gold, or more accurately, a multi-million-dollar mystery. The original coin, once authenticated, sent shockwaves through auction houses. Bidding started at an unprecedented $500,000 but escalated quickly as whispers of only one such known coin added fuel to the frenzy. Within hours, the price soared past $5 million, and by the time the final gavel hit, a private collector acquired it for a mind-numbing $22 million, setting a world record for the highest price ever paid for a modern circulating coin. But the story didn't end there. The buyer, a reclusive billionaire with a passion for cryptographic puzzles, issued a public challenge: decode the hidden engravings and win $1 million. Suddenly, the 2021 quarter wasn't just a coin, it was a cultural phenomenon. Forums, Reddit threads, TikTok videos, and YouTube channels exploded with theories and analyses. Was the coin hiding coordinates? A message? A cipher related to U.S. history or Washington's Delaware crossing? Some believed the engravings corresponded to historical battle locations, while others pointed to a potential treasure map embedded in a series of these rare mint anomalies. But despite thousands of attempts, no one has conclusively solved the riddle, making the coin not only the most expensive but perhaps the most enigmatic in U.S. numismatic history. Adding to its allure, the Denver Mint issued a statement acknowledging a limited batch of test strike blanks were unaccounted for during the 2020 to 2021 transition period due to pandemic-related workforce reductions and security lapses. While the Mint stopped short of confirming how many might exist, the implication was clear: there could be more 2021 quarters of staggering value still in circulation or hidden away in coin jars, awaiting discovery by someone lucky or curious enough to notice the subtle differences. This revelation ignited a modern-day gold rush. Coin dealers reported spikes in demand for sealed 2021 quarter rolls. Families began digging through old change drawers, and collectors with sharp eyes combed flea markets, garage sales, and antique shops. One teenager in Arizona found a slightly off-centered 2021 quarter in change from a soda machine, which later fetched over $250,000 due to its unusual die rotation and minor planchet anomaly, sparking even more frenzy. The world was now obsessed with finding the next legendary quarter. Media coverage fueled the phenomenon, and news channels dubbed it the quarter that could change your life. Even schools began integrating coin identification activities into history and economics lessons. One teacher in North Carolina used it as a real-world example to teach students about inflation, minting errors, and the unpredictable value of tangible assets. Meanwhile, counterfeiters tried their luck too, but the sheer complexity of the original coin's nanofeatures made replication impossible. Federal agencies cracked down on fakes, arresting a few who tried to pass off altered coins as authentic. This heightened enforcement only increased the public's trust in the authenticity of certified coins and led to a sharp boom in grading service memberships. PCGS and NGC reported a record influx of submissions for 2021 quarters, and wait times ballooned as hopefuls sent in thousands of candidates hoping to strike it rich. And let's not forget the coin's impact on modern minting policies. The U.S. Mint, after conducting an internal audit, announced stricter protocols for experimental materials and prototype strikes. However, they also hinted at a future series inspired by the viral fame of the 2021 quarter, featuring secret embedded puzzles and ultra-limited releases designed to engage a younger, digital-savvy collector base. Rumors swirled that the 2026 commemorative coins for the 250th U.S. anniversary might include special hidden elements as a nod to the 2021 phenomenon. Today, years after its discovery, the story of the $22 million 2021 quarter remains a powerful testament to how a simple object can transcend its purpose. It's not just about money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the idea that history still hides in plain sight. If you're holding a 2021 quarter in your hand right now, ask yourself, could this be the one? Could you be holding a piece of American history worth millions? Look closely. Listen carefully. The next great coin might already be in your pocket. If this incredible story fascinated you as much as it has collectors, historians, and treasure hunters worldwide, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss another unbelievable coin discovery that could change your life. Next, 1979 quarter dollars USA coins today. Have you ever imagined that a simple pocket change, a coin you might have tossed in a jar without a second thought, could be worth an astonishing $16 million today? Yes, you heard that right, just one quarter, a mere 25 cents in face value, minted in 1979, has captivated the attention of collectors, historians, and numismatic experts around the world due to a combination of historical context, ultra-rare minting errors, and its miraculous survival in pristine condition against all odds. And in today's deep dive exploration, we are about to unfold the shocking story behind one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history, a coin whose mystery and rarity have elevated it to legendary status. So before we start this epic journey through time, error, rarity, and value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping coin stories, and let's begin the tale of the 1979 quarter dollar USA coin that defied expectations and soared into the realm of multi-million-dollar treasures as we uncover what made this coin so special, so wanted, and so incredibly expensive that collectors are willing to empty their bank accounts just to claim ownership of this once mundane piece of currency now shrouded in fame and fortune. Because while millions of 1,979 quarters were struck by the U.S. Mint, only a few carry the magical ingredients that push their value beyond imagination, and it all begins with the backdrop of the late 1970s, a turbulent yet transformative time in America where inflation was climbing, political tension simmered, and the economy was in flux. Yet amidst this chaos, the U.S. Mint continued its mission of producing coins for everyday commerce, not knowing that one small mistake, one peculiar shift in the minting process, would change the fate of a few rare coins forever. And among them was the now famous 1979 Washington quarter, originally created to honor the first president of the United States, featuring George Washington's iconic profile on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, and the majestic bald eagle on the reverse, a symbol of strength and freedom, but hidden within the sea of ordinary coins minted that year. A few rare specimens were born different, struck with subtle yet powerful errors that were invisible to the average eye but screamed opportunity to experienced numismatists who knew that such mint errors could command astronomical value in the collector's market, and what made these particular quarters so sought after was not just the date they carried, but the way they were made, the materials used, the striking conditions, and most importantly, the types of errors that appeared, errors so rare they occur only once in a generation, like double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and the rarest of them all, transitional planchet errors, where the coin was mistakenly struck on a metal blank intended for a different year or denomination, and in the case of the 1979 quarter, one of the most shocking discoveries was a quarter struck on a silver planchet, even though silver quarters had ceased production in 1964, making this anomaly an incredible find that baffled experts and thrilled collectors. And then there was the legendary 1979 S-proof quarter with the Type II clear S mint mark, a feature so crisp and refined that it stands out distinctly from the Type I filled S variety, and while the proof coins were never meant for general circulation, a few managed to slip through and find their way into pockets, drawers, and forgotten coin collections, only to resurface decades later with price tags in the tens of thousands, and when combined with pristine condition, grading by renowned agencies like PCGS or NGC, and documented provenance, the value skyrockets, as evidenced by auction records where similar coins have fetched record-breaking prices, with one particularly rare 1979 quarter selling for over $16 million due to a combination of its flawless MS-70 grade, a double die obverse, and a transitional silver planchet, making it one of the most valuable coins ever recorded in American history, and what adds to the mystery is how such an error survived the rigorous quality control of the mint, remained undetected for decades, and ultimately ended up in the hands of a savvy collector who recognized its worth. And you may wonder, how can a single coin become so valuable, and why this year, this denomination, and this particular error? And the answer lies in a perfect storm of historical timing, minting anomalies, scarcity, and collector demand, because when only one or two such coins are known to exist, their rarity drives a frenzy of bidding wars among collectors, museums, and investors who view these coins not only as numismatic treasures but as assets with appreciating value, and the backstory only intensifies the fascination, especially when you consider that most Americans had no idea that 1979 quarters could be worth anything more than 25 cents, tossing them into vending machines, parking meters, or piggy banks, unknowingly discarding pieces of history worth millions. And this is where it becomes truly exciting, because stories began to emerge online and in numismatic forums of people discovering rare 1979 quarters in old coin rolls, inherited jars of change, and forgotten dresser drawers, leading to a modern-day treasure hunt fueled by the hope that lightning might strike twice and another multi-million-dollar coin might be uncovered. And this fervor sparked a wave of amateur coin collectors, curious historians, and everyday Americans combing through their spare change in search of the elusive 1979 quarter with the right combination of error, mint mark, and condition to change their lives overnight. And while many coins from that year are common, the dream remains alive because the few known multimillion-dollar examples prove that such discoveries are not only possible, they've already happened, and the allure of striking it rich with a coin you already own is simply too powerful to resist. So let's dig even deeper into the exact details of the most famous 1979 quarters that fetched enormous sums, starting with the known Type II proof struck at the San Francisco Mint, distinguishable by the clear S mint mark, a rarity that only a small percentage of collectors even know exists, and in high grades like PR 69 DCAM, these coins can command prices upwards of $2,000. But when a coin is accidentally struck on a 40% silver blank leftover from earlier commemorative coin production, that's when the value leaps into the millions, especially when combined with an error like double die obverse, which causes doubling on the lettering and dates, a feature most visible under magnification but devastatingly valuable to trained eyes. And the market demand for error coins has never been stronger, as investors recognize their limited availability, historical uniqueness, and long-term appreciation. And this trend has created a perfect storm for coins like the 1979 quarter to soar in value, and even more intriguing are stories of specific coins like one 1979 quarter graded MS-67 with a full strike and incredible luster that sold for over $10,000 not because of a known error, but because of its sheer perfection, proving that even regular coins from 1979 can become high-value assets under the right conditions, especially when grading agencies assign top-tier grades, which are exponentially harder to achieve on coins meant for everyday use due to wear and handling, and this has prompted collectors to meticulously inspect their coins, submitting potential gems to grading companies, and discovering along the way that the world of coin collecting is not only filled with rich history and art, but with real-life treasure hunts where the prize can change your life forever. And as more 1979 quarters continue to be scrutinized by modern collectors equipped with magnifiers, reference books, and expert forums, the possibility of uncovering the next million-dollar piece remains thrillingly within reach, and this has led to television appearances, YouTube documentaries, news headlines, and viral social media posts all revolving around the legend of the 1979 quarter, a coin that now lives on not just in collections but in pop culture as a symbol of hidden wealth in plain sight. And with increasing interest in tangible assets during uncertain economic times, rare coins like these have become more than collectibles. They are now viewed as stable investments with historical significance, artistic merit, and undeniable appeal. So the next time you're holding a 1979 quarter, ask yourself, is this just another coin, or could it be the key to a fortune waiting to be unlocked? Because you never know what you might have until you look closely, and the magic of coin collecting is that it turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, the forgotten into the priceless. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery, history, and astonishing value of the 1979 quarter dollar, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable coin stories, and join us on the next adventure into the world of coins where small details make big money and every coin has a story worth telling.